next for the Rolling Grill? I heard you throw some seasonings out there. So tell people what you have.
Well, I've been doing the seasonings for a while. But I've been doing them for a few years actually. But the longer you do it, the better you get. It's like seasons that are in stores now. You may taste Lawry's, but they may come out with it. People that do those kind of things, seasons or sauces or whatever, there's always a 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Unless they tell you, you would never know.
Right.
So I've been doing it for a while, and I've just started to get confident in what I'm putting out now. But I've got a grilling dust. I've got a party dust, which is like an all-purpose seasoning. I have a seafood dust, which is more on the lines of an Old Bay, but way better. And I have a QQ dust, which is like my barbecue rub. It has some sugar in it, but not white sugar. It has coconut sugar. So it caramelizes real slow. So it browns your meat instead of blackening it. Because, some of y'all don't know how to cook. So y'all cook it too long and they blacken your meat. No, it actually browns it. So it helps those that can't cook. But I got 4 rubs. And so that's just one part of what I'm trying to do. I got a whole YouTube thing that I've had since 2006. Never took it serious. Come to find out, people on YouTube make big bank. Gotcha. And I know a lot of them that do. I've seen some checks. And so now I'm getting paid off of that now too. So just trying to really stretch that, because I've done videos for other companies. Basically, they own the content. I just got paid for it. Well, no, it's not gonna be like that no more. Now I own the content, and if you want the content, you can pay me for it. And it's you have to sell yourself like that, because these people will pay you a little bit of money for doing a branding thing for them, and then they run off with all of the marketing, and they can post it at any time. You reap no benefits from it other than what they paid you at that time. So you always want to own the content, and if somebody wants to brand you, then you do the video and the content. You send it to them once they send you payment, and that way you can always control it. Never let them video you. Like, if that makes sense. Like,
it does. It does. You being in control of, and then possibly getting royalties for that you put out versus getting paid just that one time, and them getting paid several times, for that same thing. Yeah. So you should be the one to get paid several times, and that's a really good tip. That's a really good tip.
And that's what YouTube affords some people.
You said what now? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying that's what YouTube affords some people to be able to do. That that have branding deals or whatever, to produce the content, put it on your YouTube page. You control the content. All the while it's on YouTube, you're getting paid for it. And then if said company wants it, you can send it to them. They pay you for it, but you still control the overall master. And so you get paid twice. You get paid from YouTube. You get paid for whatever company that you're branded to, or promoting or sponsored by, or whatever.
And that makes so much sense. What advice would you give someone who is looking to get started in the type of industry that you're in the food service industry, doing barbecue, different things like that? What type of advice would you give someone who is just starting out?
Well, this is going to sound crazy. A lot of people think it's crazy, but I will tell you this. As far as advice, number one rule I would give anybody that start any kind of business: do not look at your friends and family as your customer base.
Yes.
Because your friends and family will be the ones that will not support you initially, and probably on down the line. It's nothing to get mad at. Go ahead and understand it up front that your friends and family are not going to support you like you think they should, and that you build your brand and your business around others that you cannot see. And go out and try to rent as much as you can before you buy, so you can see whatever, if you're doing what I do, cook or whatever, so you can see what equipment you like to use and what works best for you. Whether it's if you're barbecuing, if you can rent a charcoal grill, a big one, so you can start seeing how you could finagle it to cook for 50 to 100 people, then do that before you go out and just buy something sight unseen like I did. And then ultimately you have to do all these modifications to it to even get it to use it the way you had to use it. So most importantly, find you a good rental place, because there are going to be a lot of things that you will not be able to afford, that you will not be able to charge the customer for, but you're going to need it in order to do what you want to do.
Okay. So basically your target market is not your mom and them. It's not.
No, not at all. Not your cousin.
And I put that in the book. It's, your target market is not your family. You're gonna, and people added their family because of that. But I feel like it's really lazy marketing too. You know, these people should support you, you know, if they are your real friends and your family, but they do not have to spend money with you to support you. Word of mouth is support, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Be helping you in the kitchen is support. However, they are not your target market. No,
they're not your target market. And even with friends in particular, because I think friends more than family is what really will piss you off. Is because it doesn't cost anything to share whatever you're doing, your videos per se. Doesn't take anything for you to share that. It's free.
Right.
You know, doesn't take you anything to tell people about it. It's free. Everybody texts all day a bunch of junk. Right. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. So, you know, but you'll learn fast that you have to really know that coming off the bat, because I think for me, that was one of the first things that really bothered me, because I felt like I didn't have any help or any support, so to say, other than Erica. But I'm talking about like people that really saw it. They didn't start seeing it until a lot of people didn't start seeing it and wanted to be a part of it until the TV came.
That's it. Or until other people, they saw other people hopping on the bandwagon and then doing all of that praise and all that stuff. That's usually when those people, you know, come on, when they feel like you're what's hot now or whatever.
Right.
I can remember a time where it was a cousin. But, you know, I was baking. By then, I was, you know, baking major cakes, 89 cakes a weekend. And she was like, oh, I went and got the cake from Sam's. So?
Yeah, see, yeah.
I mean, you know, because a lot of the times you don't even want to deal with them as customers. And you're just being honest. And so, you know, at first you do feel some type of way because it's
you feel slighted.
But after a while, you be like, I do not even want to deal with that. Like, I know what come with that. You're going to either want a discount, you're going to want it for free.
Right.
Or you're going to complain a lot.
Right, exactly. And it's not even worth, like I said, that's why you should, that's never going to be your customer base. Your customer base are the people that you don't even see that will email you or text you or go to your Instagram or whatever and be like, man, I really like what you're doing. How can I, because that's the one thing that people have to realize too. Like, even you, like, if you ever get to the point where you're on these TV shows, if your YouTube start blowing up, you're going to get so many people that's going to want a piece of you. Well, how can we get your products? Well, how can we get this? How can we get that? So just realize it's a much bigger world out there, and the world now and e-commerce is the way. Everything that you produce should be able to be, somebody should be able to get to it through the internet, YouTube, seasoning, whatever it is, whatever you selling, somebody should be able to get it without having to get you to come to their house to give it to them.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. All right, so let's plug the Rolling Grill. So tell people what you offer, tell them how to get to you.
Well, the Rolling Grill now is not the Rolling Grill of old. The Rolling Grill of old used to do catering and all that. Catering is not really my thing now. I mean, I still do it for old customers that I have, but I'm really not trying to do it. I'm not really trying to continue to do that. It's just a lot of work, and it's just there's other ways and other things that I want to do. Like, I want to continue to grow my YouTube. I'm gonna work on book number 2. I'm actually already working on it, because I will tell anybody, I tell everybody this: if you do YouTube, you have to look at YouTube as a manuscript for your book, because all the videos you put out is the content that should be in whatever book that you put together. Ain't no need to sit here and talk all day about stuff if you don't take the notes that you already have and put it in something that people can go and purchase. So books, and I got a few other things that I'm trying to do also. I don't want to talk about them yet, but I'm always in different companies' DMs trying to, and I've had a few approach me also, trying to broker deals, you know, like whether it be getting my seasonings in this, or whether it's really, my whole thing now is to really try to get more brand ambassadorships, because that pay is really good, so that I can promote other people's products via my page again. Via my YouTube.
You're using your platform,
Right, I don't want to fly out there and do this for you, and then I come back with just one check, but you can continue to, like BBQ Pitmasters. They get paid every time that show comes on. We don't get paid from that. They do though. And so it's been on all weekend, and my DM has been blowing up. But it would have been nice had I known ahead of time to structure the deal right, so that I would have gotten a piece of the BBQ Pitmasters first season. Because I mean, it comes on like 20 times a year. But if you don't understand that and get your business together, then you'll get run over. So that's why I say always control your masses, or control the content that you want to put out.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I want to thank you so much for taking out some time to do this interview with me. You have dropped some really helpful tools for everyone to use, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. It was fun, and good luck with your YouTube page. Good luck with the rest of your content, and good luck with the rest of your interviews.
Absolutely. Thanks. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this week's episode. This week was such a good time for me because I lean on Eric all the time for business advice. I do consider him one of my business mentors, and he is such a straight shooter. So I know that I'm going to get information that I really, really need. And I wanted to be able to share that with you all. So I hope that you all gain some really good insight about your own business through the things that he had to say about his business. A couple of really important points that he touched on that I would like to just reiterate is taking classes, watching other people do your craft, learning from others. You can never learn enough about what you are doing. That helps you to be able to revamp. If you need to revamp in your business, if you find things are slow, it helps you to be able to reinvent yourself. So definitely look to others for education and learn as much as you can about the industry that you're in. Another thing that he touched on that made a light bulb go off for me was being able to test out products prior to making major purchases, renting those products, especially if you are going into the food industry. That's going to be really important because what happens is, we get I call them hungry eyes for different things that we want for our business that we may not even need. There has been times where I've made major purchases for things that I never even utilized. And so that's going to be important. That you don't waste money initially because you're going to need that money to run your business. You're going to need it for operating costs. You're going to need it, for things like rent, utilities, and things like that. So definitely take your time and get some real product knowledge before you make a major purchase. Again, this week has been so much fun for me. I hope that you guys got as much from this as I did. And thank you guys again for tuning in each week. It means the world. And we are growing. We are growing. So I hope that you have a wonderful week.